Hi, folks. I've been told that Volume 1 of this recording, done some time ago, was well received, but considered insufficient. So I'm here to rectify that. Rectify's an interesting word, isn't it? Sounds vaguely anal. Well, we won't go into that. Let's just go into Volume 2 of... Have you noticed that quite often when you leave someone, they ask you to relay an affectionate message to someone else? You know, they'll say, "Give my love to Klaus. Tell Klaus Rebecca sends her love." Do you mind that? Do you mind being used that way? The awesome responsibility of carrying Rebecca's love to Klaus? Suppose you don't see Klaus. What do you do with Rebecca's love? Carry it around? Give it to someone else? "Wilhelm, I can't find Klaus. Here's some of Rebecca's love." Suppose Wilhelm doesn't know Rebecca. Can he legally accept her love? Especially when it was originally intended for Klaus. Or suppose you give Wilhelm Rebecca's love for Klaus, and then you run into Klaus. What do you give him? All you had was Rebecca's love, and you've already gone and given that to Wilhelm. Can you reasonably ask Wilhelm to give back Rebecca's love? Maybe he's gotten used to it by now. Can Klaus sue Wilhelm? Can Wilhelm be arrested? Can you be arrested for transporting love across a state line? All right, back to reality. Just for the sake of argument, let's leave Wilhelm out of this altogether. Suppose Rebecca gives you her love to give to Klaus, and you do see Klaus. What form should the love take? Can you risk giving Klaus a tongue kiss? Which brings up another possibility. Maybe Klaus is gay. Klaus doesn't want Rebecca's love. Klaus wants Wilhelm's love. If Klaus tells you to give his love to Wilhelm, just tell him, "Bullshit, Klaus. You give your own love to Wilhelm. I'm going to find Rebecca." Now, sometimes people don't want you to give their love to someone else. They only want to give their regards. That's all they're sending that day, regards. That's not as important as love, is it? No. By the way, do you always relay the type of affection the sender intends? I don't. Generally, I wait till the last minute and then decide what the other person deserves. For instance, Susan might say to me, "Give my love to Dave." Well, I might not feel Dave is deserving of Susan's love. Dave might be one of those people who piss me off. I'll probably just give him a few regards. Keep him in his place. I feel it's my decision. After all, I'm the one who's doing all the work. And if I really don't like the recipient, I might reduce the level of affection by an even greater degree. Susan might say, "Give all my love to Dave, and tell him I can't wait to see him again so I can hold him in my arms, kiss his sweet soft lips, and make love to him all night." And I'll say, "Dave, Susan said hello." Screw Dave. That's what he gets for pissing me off. Then there are the recipients who try to anticipate what degree of affection they're going to receive. "Did Susan send her love?" "No, Dave, she only sent her regards." "That's funny. Usually she sends her love." "Well, not this time. In fact, she specifically told me, 'Don't give Dave any of my love.' It seems she's running short of love and has to be careful whom she gives it to. However, she did say she's overstocked with regards and wants you to have a whole bunch of them. So be satisfied, Dave. Take your regards and get the fuck out of my life." Well, he should damn well be satisfied with regards. It's a lot better than simply being sent someone's best. There are some people who just send you their best. "Give my best to Dave." Your best what, Susan? If this is your best, perhaps you'd better keep it to yourself. And yet, receiving someone's best is better than simply being remembered to someone. That's the lowest of all. It's hardly even worth telling the poor person. "Remember me to Dave." Okay. "Dave, you remember Susan?" "Yes." "Well, she remembers you too." That's it. My job is done. I'm off now to find Tex, so I can tell him Billy Bob said howdy. One final thing. There are times when someone wants you to convey more than simply love. They want you to give someone a big hug and kiss. Now they've got you trafficking in sex. "Give Joachim a big hug and a kiss for me." Usually it's women. I find that women are a bit more expressive at times like these. And sometimes they're really explicit. "Bye-bye, Elena. Drive carefully. Give Flocko a nice blowjob for me. And don't forget to lick his asshole." "Okay, Belinda, but next time, let's get Klaus to take care of that." You know what bothers me? People who want to know the time. The ones who come up and say to me, "What time is it?" As if I personally were responsible for keeping track of such things. Sometimes they'll phrase it a little differently. They'll say, "Do you have the time?" And I say, "No, I don't believe I do. I certainly didn't have it this morning when I left the house. Could you possibly have left it somewhere?" You know, now that you mention it, I believe the Navy has the time. In Washington. They keep it in an observatory or something, and they just let a little of it out each day. Not too much, of course. Just enough. They wouldn't want to give us too much time. We might not use it wisely. Sometimes in a playful mood, when asked if I have the time, I'll say yes, and simply walk away. I do that because I hate to disappoint people. You see, there is no time. There's just no time. I don't mean we're late, there's no time. I mean there is no time. After all, when is it? Do you know? No one really knows when it is. We made the whole thing up. It's a human invention. There are no numbers in the sky. Believe me, I've looked. They're not there. We made the whole thing up. So when are we? Sometimes we think we know where we are, but we really don't know when we are. For all we know, it could be the middle of last week. And the time zones are no help. They're all different. In fact, in parts of India, the time zones actually operate on the half hour instead of the hour. What is that all about? Does anyone really know what time it is? And never mind a piddly little half-hour difference in India. How about thousands of years? The major calendars disagree by thousands of years. To the Chinese, this is, 4699. The Hebrews think it's 5762. The Muslims swear it's 1422. No telling what the Mayans and Aztecs would say if they were still around. I guess their time ran out. Remember, folks, these are calendars we're talking about. Instruments specifically designed to keep track of time. And they're all different. And they're not just off by a couple of weeks. This is thousands of goddamn years we're talking about. How did that happen? Our current Gregorian calendar is such an amateur show that every 4 years we have to cram in an extra day just to make the whole thing work. We call it February 29th. Personally, I don't believe it. Deep down, I know it's really March 1st. I mean, it just feels like March 1st, doesn't it? But even that simple quadrennial adjustment doesn't fix things, so every 100 years we suspend that rule and dispense with the extra day. Unless, of course, the year is divisible by 400, in which case we suspend the suspension and add the extra day. But that's still not quite enough, so every 4,000 years we suspend that rule too, and back comes February 29th. Here's how we got to this sorry state. The Julian calendar was introduced in 46 B.C., the Roman year 709, but it was off by 11 minutes a year. So by 1582 there was an accumulated error of 10 days. Accordingly, that year, Pope Gregory XIII decided that the day following October 4th would be called October 15th. They just skipped 10 days, threw them out. Officially, in 1582, no one was born in France, Italy, Spain, or Portugal during the period October 5th through October 14th. Weird, eh? But even weirder, Britain didn't adopt the Gregorian calendar till 1752 when they dropped 11 days out of September. Since this also applied to the American colonies, officially no one was born here from September 3rd through September 13th, 1752, except Indians. By the way, that was the same year New Year's Day was moved from March 25th to January 1st. The way it had been handled before, for example, was that March 24th, 1750, would be followed by March 25th, 1751. Pretty fucked up, huh? And you thought that big millennium party you went to was being held right on time. We try hard to keep track of time, but it's futile. You can't pin it down. For example, there's a moment coming. It's not here yet. It's still in the future. It's on the way. It hasn't arrived. It's getting closer. Here it is. Ah, shit, it's gone. We use words like now, but it's a useless word, because every time you say it, it means something different. Can you tell me the time? Well, which time did you want, now? Or the time you asked me? Or how about now? Is this the time you want? Speak up, this stuff isn't standing still. And think of the phrase, just now. Did you hear that? What? Just now. You mean just then? Yes, just then. Wait, there it is again. When? Just now. Everything we think of as now is either the very recent past or the very near future. There's no present. Welcome to the present. Shoom! Gone again. It's all so imprecise that people sometimes don't bother with minutes and hours at all. They keep things purposely vague. What time you got? I got just after. Just after? Geez, my watch is slow. I got going on. It's amazing how something as precisely calibrated as time can be described so loosely, especially where short periods of time are concerned. We say, at once, immediately, right away, just like that, no time at all, nothing flat, at a moment's notice. And one that I never understood, before you can say Jack Robinson. You don't hear that much anymore, do you? Maybe Jack ran out of time. Maybe he was an Aztec.